It's kind of a way of telling like people in the West, like Russians aren't, Gorbachev. Russians aren't Stalin. Russians are moms and dads and brothers and sisters, people who get up and go to work and provide for their families, and they have hopes and dreams too, just like you do. The Russians love their kids just like you do. So don't get confused, between the state and the people that are ruled over or represented by that state, depending on how transparent the propaganda and the authority is in that state. I think in America, I think we're at a point historically where the ruling class is more removed from the public and the people that are being ruled over, farther removed than it's ever been. You have people like Bernie Sanders making, outlandish claims about the rich and the 1%, all the while he is a multimillionaire. You have people in Congress who, if you added up their yearly salaries for the amount of time that they'd been in a representative, quote unquote, serving, they should make a fraction of what they have. They've clearly gained orders of magnitude of wealth over what they should have, because people in large businesses have to come and report to them, and whether it's lobbying for this regulation or an ease on regulation, and they're getting all this, they're privy to all this inside information that lets them know what way the markets are going to go. And they've clearly benefited from that, despite all ethical conflicts of interest aside. They've enriched themselves on information that the public wasn't privy to. Stuff that would basically make them guilty of, I would think, insider trading of some kind. I don't want to speak too far out of school there. I'm not an expert on that kind of law. But there's clearly some corruption there. And they clearly have no problem with it. Things like, USAID, which has, been under scrutiny in recent weeks.